right?
Yeah, so if anybody has any questions, this is not a mastermind um, video, so if you don't want the whole world to know about it, then tonight's probably not the night to be asking. So everybody has access to this. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and post them in the chat, yeah, we'll get to it. So there's been a lot of questions. I think I recognize most of the people here, so most of you are probably in the mastermind group, but a lot of people have been talking about affiliate links. Hi, Charles Phone. Yeah. So a lot of people have been asking about affiliate links, talking about it in other groups. And I think it's something that everybody needs to be aware of. You might or might not be bothered by, we're talking about Amazon specific affiliate links, and a lot of the other, we never use Amazon affiliate links, of course. I'm sure you've already figured out, but in our Gumroad lists or our blogs, but a lot, and all the links that we post, none of that has affiliate links from Amazon. We do have affiliates with other companies like OAX-Ray, and that's, how we can afford to have private groups and make private videos, just for the OAX-Ray users that aren't, we aren't being, paid for to even, be in those private groups. So, but as far as Amazon, a lot of the other Gumroad lists are using affiliate links. So every time you buy with that link from Amazon, they're getting a percentage, up to 7% of your purchases. But not only that, it's also putting cookies into your browsers that everything that you buy, for at least the next 24 hours, they're also being paid for. And not only that, then, they're able to track it. So they can track you as a user of somebody making a Gumroad list. It might not be a big deal, but, if you're using one of those big sites, they definitely want to be able to track you. Like if you go to Slick Deals and you click on any link that goes to Amazon, it's going to put in their own affiliate link. So now Amazon knows that you're a Slick Deal user, and they can promote those type of things to you and to all the other people who are using those links. So, and then of course, if you're a reseller, you could buy thousands of dollars of items in, a day. Sometimes we do, doing Amazon to Amazon flips and buying 10 or 50 or 100 of an item sometimes can add up to a lot of money for somebody who may or may not be doing anything to get that. So it may not be an issue for you, but it's something to be aware of, that it's a part of a lot of people's income that are promoting to you, and you just need to be aware of them. There's a very easy way to look at that. I'm gonna share this real quick with everybody. So, I just went to this site that has, and of course, if you go to any sites that have, the best products are on Amazon or how to selling anything, they're all getting paid from affiliates. So, I just went to Top, which is a very popular, website to make these lists, and I just clicked on the first thing. So that was this, and here's what came up. It's sold out, probably because of so much promotion. And as you can see here, it just has the ASIN, and going to any site, if you use Smile or just straight Amazon, you'll have a DP, and then here's the ASIN. And that's all you really need to go to an Amazon link. After that, if you see tag equals anything, this is their affiliate link. So they're going to get paid if you buy this item, and they're going to get paid if you buy anything else for at least the next 24 hours, because it saves all those links, and Amazon's going to save that forever. to know that you bought through them, because they're, all about saving every metric possible for every user. So you use a link one time, they're going to log, that you used that as an affiliate. And they're going to add, their items to your marketing, and things that you buy to things that they market. So if you see anything with a link and you might not care, but if you don't, want all of that data to be tracked, you can just remove it very easily, and this link will still work without that tag in there anymore. And that's really all there is to it. So, it's really about knowledge. It's really about the knowledge of, if you're already paying somebody for something, I don't think that you should be paying them twice. And, a lot of people have been questioning me over the last couple of weeks about this. So, if you're paying somebody for a list, or, a lot of these sourcing services, I've seen that are charging $200, $300 a month. Why should you pay them a percentage of everything you buy on top of that? You may not care, but if you do, you just have to remove these links, and you'll know now who it is that's, taking that extra percentage from you.
We have a couple of questions. I don't know if you want to address those yet.
Right. Okay. So, Barry wanted to know about the inventory planner Amazon offers for helping with replenishables. Are you talking about, I think you're talking about, the items that they tell you. I'm not sure that's called inventory planner. They may have just changed the name of it to that. Is that the one that, tells you what you should buy, that, you're going to run out? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, usually that stuff that we can't replenish, we do look at it a lot, but the issue with that is usually everything that it's telling me to buy are items that, I can't buy again. They're either, if it's a replenishable, you shouldn't be coming close to running out. So, if you are, then maybe you should be looking at that a lot more. But for us, we always keep plenty of stock on the things we can get. So what we're doing is, every time I look at that list, it's basically showing us, items that I can't find again, maybe clearance items, or, items that we got, on closeouts or liquidations. And those are the top items that it's telling us to get again, because, it's probably a fairly well-selling item. And, we may have only gotten a couple of them, or only one of the item. So, personally, for our business, we really don't find that useful, because we're using, our own system for replenishing items on our own. But it's good to look at. But if you're using something like, I believe, what you're talking about is like Restock Pro, and there's a few other ones. We did a review of Restock Pro for our Mastermind groups, and there's some other ones that tell you when you're going to run out of every item in your inventory, and how far ahead you should be buying, and all of that. So it's good that Amazon has taken the initiative over the last year. I've noticed they're matching items that are a lot better than they were in the past. But that service has been there for quite a while now. And it just hasn't been useful for us. But, I can see people who are just starting to get into replenishable items, maybe getting away from toys or clearance items, and getting into food and, items you can continuously buy, especially if you're starting to use my lists or in my sourcing group. You're finding a lot of items you can buy over and over. So, keep an eye on that. And if it's something that's actually giving you good information, then keep an eye on it. But it just hasn't worked for us.
You want to go over the new Amazon rules, including packing slips with your shipping boxes, and then expiration dates using, it says that they feel like you can only have one expiration date for each SKU, which
Yeah, they started doing that a few months ago, but you know, it's really not as complicated as it sounds. You can only have one expiration date for each. It's yeah, it's not for each SKU. It's actually for each ASIN, because you could create multiple SKUs for the different, you know, for a single ASIN with for different expiration dates. But they've gone beyond that and said that you can only have one expiration date per ASIN. So they may have been expecting people to have multiple expiration dates and use different SKUs for those, because I've seen lots of people do that. It's very complicated and not worth the trouble. So really the only way you can do it is send in everything with one expiration date for an ASIN. And if you have 2 or 3 expiration dates, just send, you know, the next expiration date on with your next shipment. I mean, which shouldn't be, you know, a really big hassle. You know, and they did that a few months ago, and I really don't think, you know, that's a big deal. They just wanted to make it easier for the people checking it in. You know, if you have 5 different expiration dates, then they don't have to check them for every single item.
and then the packing slips with your shipping boxes.
Yeah, well, the packing slips, there's really no easy way to do that. That's a new rule that's starting, you know, I don't know if I don't remember if it starts on the 1st, but I know it's the first week of January. So they want a packing slip per box, which is basically you just downloading the template, filling it out, and uploading it again. You know, there's no real easy way to do that. None of the listing tools have done anything, or they don't have anything yet. I'm sure they will. I know Chris Green said he was working on something for Scan Power. You know, and I have confidence that, you know, they're all going to figure out a way to do that, which would be very easy. You can mark which box each item's going in, and then it would produce, you know, the packing slips at the end. None of them have just, you know, started doing that yet. So I assume when you list it, you'll enter what box it goes to. But at this point now, they just want you to download that template and, you know, upload a flat file for each box saying what the contents of that box. So, and also it's going to be the same with expiration dates. They're going, before you complete it, they're going to want you to fill out, you know, the expiration dates for each one of those ASINs, which, again, since they already enacted the rule for the expiration dates for each SKU, it's also going to make it easier for you because there's only going to be one expiration date or for each ASIN. I'm reading your message, but each ASIN is going to have to have only one expiration date, so there's only going to be one spot to fill in. So you're going to have to log that somehow as you're listing the items, because when you complete the order, it's going to want to know those. Some people already have that, you know, but it's not required. But you know, within days, it will be required.
And then Barry had an addition onto his.
He wanted to know about top.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. So
It's basically something for consumers, and you know, it's not something we use for researching products. I'm not sure if you exactly meant top, but
or is there a program where you can?
no, there's really no tools. I know what you mean. You know, instead of looking at the top 100, you can go through the next pages. You know, in the top 100, it'll let you keep going, I think, to 500 or 1,000. But I don't know of anybody who's made a tool that will show the top 3,000 or top, you know, however many you want. You know, it'd be good if, you know, somebody made a tool, you know, that can make a spreadsheet for each each category, or something like that.
Do you see the next one? Check.
On the expiration dates, if you have a multi-pack of 3 boxes of popcorn, all 3 boxes have to have the same expiration date. No, in a multi-pack, the soonest expiration date is
I never saw you
counted.
No, I saw
Somebody's not muted.
Yeah, everybody should be okay, right?
You're gonna get your checkup soon.
Yes.
I heard when we were going to Costco, there was a caller, like a.
Okay. Puffy code is done.
Okay.
I don't know why it does that sometimes. I have it set so, it mutes everybody on entry. But one person at random will, not be muted for some reason. Like there's one person right now that it won't even let me mute them. Okay. So if we have a multi-pack of 3, the soonest expiration date is always what is counted, so nothing will change there. If I had a multi-pack that didn't match, I would cover those dates, or usually we turn everything in, so only one date is showing, and it would have to be the closest one to expiring. Or if you want to cover them all or turn them in, they don't have to be covered if it's not showing through the bag, or if you have it boxed. So then you can just put your own expiration date on the outside, which, we've shared, many, many times. The pricing guns we've used for doing expiration dates, they also have, the labels for the pricing guns that you can just have expiration dates already pre-printed on it. So you just enter a date in instead of a cost.
Do you want to clarify that on what they're allowing now versus before?
Yeah. Okay. So, Barney, I think. Okay. So you're saying Amazon will no longer allow different expiration dates for a particular ASIN of the same shipment. Previously, I just put different dates into different boxes in the same shipment, and the flat file allowed me to add. That's correct. It's right in the same page that everybody in the grocery group, I refer to at least once a day. I can bring up the link, but it has all the expiration and date and temperature sensitive. Let's see. I hate that time, but okay, so each carton can have only one expiration date per ASIN. Multiple ASINs can be shipped in the same carton as long as each ASIN only has one expiration date. Is the rule on the date and temperature sensitive product rulings for Amazon. It has changed recently within, I'd say, at least the last 60 days. The rules change very often. They don't notify you. They just do whatever they want. It's all of our responsibility to know what the rules are and to be following the rules. They will suspend you for not following a rule they didn't know about. Valerie doesn't want anybody to look at her today.
It's not that I'm sick. I thought you should have the spotlight.
Okay, given the potential for natural disasters, do you have or recommend insurance for your business? Products, printers, boxes, etc., for potential loss of revenue. We do rent a warehouse. We don't own a warehouse, so we have business renters insurance. So that would deal with the loss of product. Now, if you're talking about what's at Amazon, Amazon is responsible for the items from the time they leave, really from the time they leave you, because if anything gets lost or damaged by UPS, Amazon will reimburse you. It's not UPS that reimburses you because it's Amazon's shipping account. So just like if the item gets damaged, they'll reimburse you. It would be the same way with a disaster. She said printers and product and boxes. So, we keep the very bare minimum of, product at our warehouse, because as soon as we get it, we process it and we send it to Amazon. You're not making any money by holding it at your warehouse. I've never spent, $300 in a month on storage fees, including long-term storage fees, and we have over 20,000 items in our inventory. So, usually it's somewhere in the range of $150 to $180. It's very cheap. We couldn't buy that much. We have a 1,200 square foot warehouse. It's also 2 stories tall. So we also rented for Q4, which we're about to move out in the next week, an additional warehouse for all the items, the pallets that we would get and process to get out the door. But we have very little product. You shouldn't be storing product. You shouldn't be merchant fulfilling. You should be letting Amazon do that. The little bit of extra money you're going to make by storing that product and not letting Amazon hold it, and it's just not worth it. Merchant fulfilling, you might make some extra money on a few items that you couldn't FBA, but in the long run, all that time you're losing, you could be sourcing a lot more product. You could be finding a lot better product and finding other ways to make money where you don't actually have to be holding on to it.
I'm responding to this next one. If we have a file on the new...
Do we have a file in the Facebook group that goes over your labeling the expiration date info?
I'm assuming a video on the new stuff.
We use a price gun, and we use labels. So, Valerie, you're not on the computer?
Yeah, I am now.
Oh, you're on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We made a great blog post about that. All
the tool,
all the all the paid tools we use and all the physical tools we use, things like Scan Power, as well as tape guns and tape, and the expiration date labels. It's all in that blog post with links to Amazon and other places to buy it. So Valerie can post
that now.
And I believe the price gun was when we bought it was only about $8. The labels are, I think, about $20 or $30, but it's basically a lifetime supply. It's like 10 rolls of, I don't know, 400 or 500 labels. So I think we've only gone through a couple rolls.
I'm pulling it up now. It's just running slow. All right.
Okay.
Can you guys still hear me?
If you don't agree with the way I interpreted the rules, feel free to, interpret them any way you want. I've asked Amazon, and they've told me the same thing by opening a case. So, I feel by doing that, and the way I read the rules is, that they don't want them in the same shipment. They've personally told me on the phone they don't want them in the same shipment, so I don't put them in the same shipment. And I only share the ways that I interpret the rules. So if you feel that I'm wrong, then, go ahead and do it however you like.
All right, there's the link to the tools just to catch up with all that.
Kelly wanted to know, expiration date labels. Okay, great.
Yeah, I think that was all.
We're putting the same, yes, the same manufacturer expiration date. So that's how we do it. You know, I don't think it's a real big deal. You know, it asks for expiration dates, and you only have one spot to fill it out. So you know, that's just how we're doing it. So if you don't like that idea, then do it how you like. But you know, I really wouldn't be doing anything that you know, Amazon may find as a gray area. You know, everybody's getting suspended right now. You know, we even got suspended for a few days last year, and you know, really was people trying to get things for free. You know, we went over what that was about, but you know, it really don't want to put yourself out there in a gray area that people may think is a way to, you know, not following the rules.
I think we're all caught up on questions right now. I don't know if you want to go over Go X-Ray or the new.
Okay, great. So,
go figure. Alexis just sent one in if you want to take it real quick.
Alexis wants to know, when you have a one-time opportunity to buy a large quantity of an item, typically with liquidation, can you talk about how you make your buy or don't buy a decision? I assume if you decide it's good to buy some, you buy it all. Yeah, well, I mean, anybody who's been in my Facebook groups for any period of time knows that, you know, I've bought some very large buys.
I think Alexis just joined like within the past month or two. So
right, she just joined our mastermind group.
But, yeah.
You know, even in the grocery groups, we've talked about. You know, I've bought you know, brownie brittle and some chocolate items. We bought, I think, 7 pallets of brownie brittle. You know, for probably pennies on the dollar. We paid around $1,000 for you know, for the 7 pallets, and we sold it for about $14,000. You know, we donated a lot. We started getting complaints. It was still about 6 months from expiring, but we did get some. We were starting to get a lot of complaints. I would say, you know, several a week that the items were stale or they were too broken. You know, so I just donated them all to the charity that I did. You know, so I probably had 300 or 400, but you know, I mean, we made a return of over 10 times our money, so I was really okay with that. And it was still many months from expiring. You know, we weren't even to the 90 days or the 50 days. So, you know, that was something that I just felt it wasn't worth continuing to get complaints on the same product. And, you know, even though we bought over 1,000 of brownie brittle, they were, you know, we had smaller bags and we had bigger bags and we had multiple varieties. So we were selling single packs, and there was 2 packs and 3 packs, and there was full cases of the smaller ones. So there was, you know, a ton of different listings we were selling on.
She wants to know just pretty much how would you make those decisions? So, like how do you?
Usually, we look at you know, Keepa, which is, you know, I tell people constantly, you know, it's really one of the best free tools out there. You know, when you're looking at a big buy, you need to see how many is actually selling. So, you know, you watch my Keepa video and you're going to learn how to, you know, how to judge how many is selling. You know, even if you're using any of those, you know, those free or paid tools, they're telling you how many sells a month. They're not looking at your exact product. They're looking, they're taking samples of, you know, an item ranked 10,000, an item ranked 2,000, 20,000, and 100,000, and they're looking at the sellers, and you know, they take a sample. So somebody had just asked me a few days ago about a product that was ranked somewhere around 70,000, I think, in grocery, and they said that the tool they were using said it was selling. It sold 5 in the last month. But when we looked it up on Keepa, there was obviously, only about 3 sales. So, they're just taking a sample. If you use Keepa, you look, within the last day or the week or a month, depending on, how good of a rank it is, you're going to see that it has, you're going to see every spike or drop in rank is going to account for at least 1 sale. So, if it's not getting a lot of sales, you can't buy 1,000 of an item. You have to look and see what you're actually going to be able to sell. And if you're buying at liquidation, you have to see how much of that stuff is going to be a loss, how much is going to be out of date, date and temperature sensitive items. You have to be careful. It's not melted. It's not, it hasn't gone bad. If it's anything that you eat, you need to open it up and look at it. If it's chocolate, it could have been put in a refrigerator or a freezer to keep it good. So if you're buying a large volume of anything, I would, especially at liquidation, I would open it and physically look at that. The worst thing about chocolate is that if it gets opened, it's going to, you're going to be able to see if it was ever refrigerated or frozen, because the actual, chemical makeup of chocolate gets changed by cooling it or freezing it. So you can see chocolate has turned white, or the edges or corners of it are white, and it's a big problem. And there's a lot of chocolate in liquidation. I've bought a lot of it, but you have to be very careful with it. So I don't know what kind of products you're looking at, but there's a lot to look at, and especially if you can't physically touch those products, it's it's a big thing. You're always going to have a loss in liquidation. So, it's very rare that you're going to have 100% that is, usable.
I don't know who sent this, but there's and just real quick, that the new packing slip rule is effective the new year, correct? Or is it just immediate?
No, it's not immediate. I don't remember offhand what exact date was.
Sure if there was a date.
I don't know if it was January 1st, but it was early in January.
Okay, they were just wondering if there was an exact date, and I don't know if there's an exact date. And then
it'll force you to do it before you can complete your order. So when it's mandatory, you'll know.
I'm not sure who's asking this one, but there seems to be a lot of confusion about how Amazon pays sellers for lost inventory. How do they determine the amount they pay? So a lot of people feel like they should pay them what they're going to sell it for, but obviously.
Well, obviously they're never going to pay you what you could sell it for, because even if you sold it, you're going to get your money back for fees. So, they're going to get whatever the fees are. So, usually they're going to give you what they want. But, if it's lost in transit or lost, at their warehouse or damaged, they usually give you what the going price is. So if you send something in and there's 10 sellers and, you set yours at 100, but it's actually selling for 20, they're not going to give you, what you would have made selling it for 100. They're going to give you what everybody else has it priced at. And, usually, I've really never had any complaints about that. Now, if you send in a lot of Legos and they get lost or damaged, and you had your price set to $80, but Amazon's only selling it for 30, and you were waiting for it to get sold to sell out, then you might be upset about that. But for the most part, it's really not a problem.
Matt just posted about the packing slip requirement, saying that he's wondering that there's like a skip button if that means that it's
right. They've had that ever since they asked people to to do it, just I guess out of the goodness of your heart. It's been there, but you can skip it. You know, when it becomes permanent, you're not going to be able to skip it. Well, we highly recommend providing box content information with your shipments. Doing so is not required. If you would like to create shipments without providing box content information, select the skip. Right, so this is what it says right now. But of course, it is going to be required very soon.
Sorry, I had to step away a second. And then we're all caught
yes,
up.
And yeah, there's also plugins for Keepa, for Firefox and Chrome, as Valerie said, but there's actual plugins which will, every time you go to an Amazon page, it'll come up and show you the Keepa graph, so you won't even have to go to Keepa and enter the information. Yes, you can still opt out. The requirement doesn't start until January.
All right, we're all caught up. So as of now, until I end that sentence, and then a question's going to pop up.
Right. So, you know, I'm still not I mean, I have done the packing slip just to see what the process is, but I really don't think that it's, you know, something you should be worrying about until you have to worry about it. You know, it's going to be a lot more extra work, you know, no matter what. There's no real easy way to do it. So, you know, just be prepared that, you know, one day that you know, you're not going to be able to skip it anymore, and it's going to be a requirement to complete your orders. So, you know, just be ready to do that. No, okay, Joe. No. Can you get Keepa on a mobile device? Yes, you can go to Keepa, you know, on your phone in the browser. There's no plugins for there is an app for Keepa where you can scan a barcode and it'll bring up the information, but it only works on Android. They haven't come out with an iOS version yet.
Right. Yes, I can delete all that.
So, you know, if you have an Apple, you'll have to do it on your through your browser, which we do quite a bit, but you can just cut and paste out of whatever scanning app you're using. You do not need to always label for expiration dates. You know, if it's readable, the rule is, you know, human readable. So if you can see what it says, then you don't need to, but it does have to be in the proper, you know, in the proper date format. So, you know, that's months, year, or months, day, year. You know, if it says, you know, the months or the day first and the months, it won't work. The only way it works is if it has day and then, you know, months abbreviated spelled out like JAN, or, you know, January spelled out, and the year. And it has to have 2 digits, so it can't say 1/1/2016. You know, and that's all in that same link of the rules. You should really be familiar with all the Amazon rules. Even if you don't know or understand them, you're still responsible to follow them, and they will suspend you if you don't.
You're all caught up.
Okay, so let's get on to, you know, the point of this. It was a Q&A and, you know, talking about our mastermind group. So we're permanently raising the price. If you're not already a member, I know a lot of people in here are. We're permanently raising the price. It's been $50, you know, since we started a few months ago. We're raising it to $100 if you're a new subscriber, starting January 1st. So, you know, you have 30 hours or so to sign up. Valerie has a link for that. And it's basically everything we've been doing in our mastermind group. We're coming up on, you know, 50 different videos that we've done. We do weekly videos like this, helping people. We'll go through anything they need to, helping you with your business, helping you with anything you need, every tool you can imagine. We've had, CEOs or representatives come on. We've done walkthroughs. We've shown people how we use them, how we set them up. We have discounts for dozens of different tools. And mainly we're raising the price, be a little bit more competitive with everyone else out there, because what they're doing is, as far as their online arbitrage sourcing lists, we do it a little bit differently, but we're going to be supplying at least 200, deals a month, and everyone else is 100, up to $300 a month, justifying the online deals for you. So we're going to be supplying all that information, no clearance, no liquidation items. These are all what we consider replenishable items that you can continue to buy over and over again, not just grocery, health, sports, all the categories that, you're probably already buying. So we're still on the low end of the cost, and we post them directly into the group. We have 2 spreadsheets. We post them in the spreadsheet. We post them right to the group as our people that are doing the sourcing are getting them. They're going into the group, links to buy, links to sell, pictures, the whole thing. And we're also putting, we also have a spreadsheet, and we update the spreadsheet every week to, anything that might not be worth buying anymore. If it was a holiday item, we remove it to, an archive version of the sheet so they don't disappear. If you've been a member of any of the monthly lists, they may send you a list every morning that may be a day or 2 old. And, once you get that list, you have no way to get that information again. If you delete your email, that's all gone. We keep it all in one place, so you can go and buy, you can look at this list, click on the links, and go buy the information, buy whatever it is. If it's, a day or a week ago, you have all that information. And, if it's not worth buying anymore, we remove it because it's just really not, no reason to have it there if you can't buy it. And it's the same kind of things we've been posting for free, in the groups, 50% ROI or better, under 100,000 rank. But in the long run, if you're an Amazon seller, you shouldn't be counting on lists. I mean, we make money off of lists. We sell daily lists, we sell, monthly subscriptions for lists. So, we do make money off of lists, but, you shouldn't be basing your business on that. If you need help, if you can't buy enough, then, you should have a list, to help you buy enough. But at some point, you should be learning how to do it. And, that's what the Mastermind groups are all about, is helping you, to grow your business, to learn how to use tools that are going to make life easier, to take your business to that next level. Because if all you're doing is buying lists, you're paying somebody else to run your business for you. And, it's great to get going. It's great to get going, but once you start to become successful, you should be either making your own list, finding your own products, and, or hopefully hiring people that can do the sourcing for you, hiring an assistant, hiring, a virtual assistant that can do all that sourcing and, make a list that only you have access to. And hopefully with the Mastermind groups, people are already doing that, and, they can just continue to grow their business. And again, Valerie, can you post that link? Or?
Sorry, my internet closed, so you might have asked me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so can you post the link to, we have a blog post with all the information, everything you get, really the sourcing part is a small part and something we are just starting. That's why, it's just starting on the 1st. We've been posting some just to test it out, but, it's a small part of the group. we post a ton of information. We help people find items for wholesale, for liquidation, creating your own. Okay, great. So, creating your own exclusive deals with manufacturers, and we're finding manufacturers for you to make those deals with. So it's an all-in-one type of mastermind group. We're not just going to supply you with products to buy and move on. There's plenty of them that are doing that, charging double or triple what we are. So if that's all you're looking for, there's plenty of groups that do that. Our group does it too. We're more competitively priced, and you really just want to start with that, but use the mastermind group to move on past that. And if you want to do retail, we also have a retail sourcing group called the Retail Sourcing Team. And Valerie will post a link to that, but that's all that is, we have hired people to actually go out and we're sourcing in stores, just like you're scanning, in Walmart and Target. I've hired people that's their whole job. That's all they do all day is scan items, and there's a link to the information on that. It's $79.99 a month. There's the same different spreadsheets, but the same type of information. Of course, no links to buy. This for retail sourcing. So if you want to go to stores and buy the products, you can of course find them, at Walmart, Target, places like that online. But this group is just for sourcing in retail stores. And when I tell you we're scanning in the stores, we have the barcode scanners, and that's all they do is scan every item, on every shelf in an aisle to get complete coverage. So if we're looking at barbecue sauces or salad dressings or box dinners, we're looking at every box dinner in Walmart, where you may just pick around and look for the items that you think may be good. We're finding and checking every item for you.
We don't auto-generate.
So yeah, and the other thing is we have a we are an affiliate for OA X-ray, but we do have a private group for that. I've made about 10 or 12 videos now, just for the people in my group. We have the people who have created OA X-ray. It's really the best online sourcing tool that we have. We probably spend at least 100 hours a week using it, and it'll basically show you. You can go to any website. Let me share my screen, and we can show you how this works. But I've made many videos on using OA X-ray, and it's really the best tool.
It's amazing.
It's really the best tool that we use. It's $99 a month. It is quite expensive, but if you're doing online arbitrage, it's really great. We've created a private group. It's only people who sign up using our affiliate links. Valerie just posted the link to it. There's a 6-day trial. We'll do live, sourcing in the group. We have both of the guys who created it as members of the group. You can also use it for retail sourcing. I'm on Walmart right here. You probably find some good deals right now. This is my zip code, so it'll show me all the stores available in my area. I can look at online only, or pick whatever stores I want. So if I want to look and find items at 1 or 2 stores, it'll be however you want to select it. So usually if we're doing, we have people who go to stores and source, so we're not usually looking for local stores. We'll use the online only, and it's very simple. It's a plugin, so you just click on, once you install it, after you sign up, you just click on this button, and it's going to take what's on whatever page you're looking at. And there are a lot of stores. I think there's about 20 stores now that they support. So it's all the stores on this list. And we're doing a ton of online arbitrage. This purple line is, when it's done loading, it'll be full, and you can select whatever information you want. It's going to show you every item that's on that page, and you can use any of those stores in that list. So we want under 100,000, over 50% ROI. You can also select these other things: net profit, discount. If you're sending it to a prep company, you can put a per unit fee. If they charge you $1.50, you can enter that information, and a pound fee. Also, this discount is great. If you have to pay taxes somewhere, you can put like a -7 or 9 or whatever whatever it costs. You can put that in there. For your sales tax rate, or if you're using a gift card, you can put 20 in if you have a 20% discount somewhere. Then all we do is click on My Buys. Now, this is just one page on Walmart. And as you can see, it found all these items that are over 50% ROI, under 100,000 in rank. Now, as you can see, this one is a multi-pack of 3. But after you change it to a quantity of 3, you're still a 97% ROI, 89,000 sales rank. So this is going to fall into what everybody really wants. $17 net profit. It does cost 7.65 is the weight according to Amazon, which is shipping weight, so it's probably around 7 pounds. You're going to pay somewhere around $3, but that's still somewhere around a $14 or $15 profit on this one item that took you seconds to find. At 4, this is 37% ROI. May not be worth it. Same thing here. It takes it down to 56%. But as you can see, we did look at Walmart. So here's all the Walmart information. And this product is $2.98 at Walmart. As you can see, the packaging, is a little different, but and you may not want to sell it, with a newer packaging at Walmart than the old one there. But you can look at it right here. You don't have to load the Walmart page and the Amazon page, and you can compare them. And you can do that with every single store. Now, it's showing you multiple stores. So it found the same product at Walmart, at Kmart, and whatever CSV shop is. That's a brand new one, and they're all using the same box. So obviously Kellogg's has done something new there. And as you can see, this one is exactly the same, but you can have multiple stores that it's bringing returns back on that you may not have even known to look. An item could be $7 at Walmart, but only $3 at Target, and you can see it right there. Amazon almost always stretches the pictures to take up the full size, so they do look a little distorted. But as you can see, this is the same. This is the exact same box. The picture is just stretched out. And here's Ritz Crackerfuls. It's $2.78 at Walmart, but at Target, they're only $1.89. The package doesn't match, but if the package did match, you'd have a dollar cheaper, for a product, and it's you're 73% ROI and 77,000 rank. You're not. You're probably selling one every couple days on that item, and You know, you have a whole list. You probably get 10 items out of this list that, you know, that may be worth selling. And usually once you change your quantity, if you come back to it, it's going to save it. And if you see a product that, you know, is not worth it, you don't want to see it anymore, you just click on that line and it takes it out of your list. If you don't ever want to, you know, look at Target or Kmart, you can just click hide. It's never going to show you that information. You know, there's just a ton of good information in here, and you know, somebody working full time, you know, our employees that you know do this a lot are finding 15 to 20 products an hour. And how many hours do you have to spend, you know, to get you know, a payout's worth of new products that are replenishable, that you can go to buy them online at Walmart or go to almost any Walmart and find those products over and over again. You know, so you don't have to use my affiliate link, but you know, I would definitely recommend anybody who wants to do online arbitrage, possibly even retail arbitrage, to check the product out. It's free for 6 days. If you do use my affiliate link, then you get to be in, you know, the private group where we're creating a lot of great content. You know, and the authors of the tool are also in there, you know, active and answering questions for you.
Yeah, in our group, we actually have the creators in the group, and they're kind of, they'll be on. We do a couple webinars and coaching, all of that. So.
Okay, so I've addressed this many times, but if you're in the Mastermind group at whatever price you're paying now, the price is never going to go up. We're never going to, you know, no matter how many times we raise the price, whatever you signed up at, the price will always stay the same forever. We're not going to increase people who are already paying. This would be only for new subscribers, you know, after next year. And you wanted to know if we buy items online or send someone to the store, and do they have low limits online? As far as Walmart, you know, we do very little online arbitrage for our own business. We're mainly buying, you know, liquidation in big volume, or we're buying in store. Usually is the best for us. We have a lot of employees, so we can hit multiple stores. We can send one employee to many stores. And as far as online, a lot of products at Walmart will have a limit of 4. But once you get to the shopping cart, you can change them in the shopping cart. You know, some, you know, it really depends on how fast the items are selling. You know, some products you can change in the shopping cart, some you can't. But with Walmart, in another Mastermind group I was in, you know, somebody was buying the pie faces when they had them in stock, and he did about 90 orders over the matter of a couple hours, just kept going back and forth. So they don't, you know, block you from doing multiple orders. So even if you can't get what you want, you can, you know, you can just keep ordering it over and over and over again. Robin wanted to know about OA X-ray only for food items. No. Like I said, if you go to oaxray.com, you can see all the sites that are supported, and you know, only the main stores, you know, Walmart, Target, you know, Kmart are probably even going to have grocery. It also supports Amazon for doing backward searches. So you can look up a product on Amazon, and it'll show you all the other stores like Kmart and Walmart and Target, and if they have those in stock, and what the prices would be. You know, and it covers, you know, almost the whole site. You know, I find very little products that aren't, you know, I can't look up on OA X-ray. So you can look at any category you want. You can look at clothes or shoes, or, you know, we don't only source in grocery, you know, and especially for the Mastermind groups, you know, health and beauty, kitchen, you know, all those are very popular categories. So it really will cover, anything you want to find, as long as that site is supported.
And I'm working with Matt now, so don't worry about that.
Okay. Okay, so we're well over an hour. I don't know if anybody had any other questions. If you can private message me if you have other questions about anything of the things we're doing. And Mary, I can repost the link to our blog. If you're interested in the Mastermind with the online sourcing, there's a video that Valerie did, and an explanation of everything that's included in the Mastermind group. The main thing is, if you are planning on signing up, I would do it within the next, before midnight tomorrow, because the price is going to double to $100. So, also something that didn't have a chance to cover is, however much money you have for your business, any business expenses, any products you want to buy, tools, go and buy them, now within the next 24 hours. If you're new to this business, if you have, anything that you might need, printers or hardware, or, subscribing to my group, just, if you do it before the end of the year, it's going to go on this year's taxes. If not, it's going to be profit for next year. So, go out and buy as much as you can. Tomorrow, go buy whatever tools, extra poly bags and labels, or printers, computer hardware, anything you may need for your business. It's really in your best interest that it goes on this year's taxes instead of next year's, because it's all going to be profit instead of spent going towards your business. Okay, great. If there's no other questions, post them in your groups, post them in the grocery group, or however you got here. And thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.